Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in our previous videos, we discussed about 8 planets in our solar system. Okay, so if you haven't watched them yet, I'll add those links to the description box so you can click them and be more acknowledged about these 8 planets in our solar system. Okay, so today I'll start off with dwarf planets. In Sinhala, we call them as Vamana Grahain. හරි. එතකොට මේ වාමන ග්‍රහයින් සහ ග්‍රහ ලෝක ග්‍රහ අපි දකින planets අතර තිබෙන වෙනස මොකක්ද? මේගොල්ලෝ බැලු බැලමටම සමානයි. But there's a difference. What's this difference? Both these planets and dwarf planets, they are similar in shape. What's their shape? They are round in shape. Both dwarf planets and planets, they are round in shape. But there are some differences. That's why we have specifically categorized these dwarf planets as dwarf. Okay, so what are these differences? First one, these dwarf planets are smaller in size. Okay, they are smaller in size when we compare them into planets. And the other one, they have no fixed orbits. Okay, these dwarf planets, they have no fixed orbits. What's an orbit? Orbit is a specific path that's there for a planet. Okay, now let's say this is an orbit. Okay, and this is a planet. Okay, so let's say this planet is Mars. So this Mars has an orbit, which is a specific path that's there for this planet. So it rotates along its path. So that's the orbit of Mars. Okay, just like that, all other planets, they have specific orbits, but these dwarf planets, they have no fixed orbit for their own. Okay, at present, 5 planets have been identified as dwarf planets. Okay, as of now. So what are these 5 planets? Pluto, Eris, Ceres, Makemake, and Haumea. Okay, so these are the dwarf planets in our solar system. So when I say Pluto, does it ring any bells? Yeah, Pluto used to be one of the planets in our solar system. It used to be the 9th planet in our solar system. But now, this has been categorized as a dwarf planets. ඉස්සර ප්ලූටෝ කියන්නේ අපේ සෞරග්‍රහ මණ්ඩලයේ සමාජිකයෙක්. හැබැයි යාව ඒ සෞරග්‍රහ මණ්ඩල පවුලෙන් අයින් කළා 2006 වර්ෂයේදී. මොකද එයාගේ තියෙන features planet එකකට වඩා dwarf planet එකකට ගැලපෙනවා කියලා හිතපු නිසා scientistලා මෙයාව dwarf planet එකක් විදියට categorize කළා 2006 කියන year එකේදී. Okay, so that's about dwarf planets. Okay, then let's move on to natural satellites. Okay, natural satellites. What are these natural satellites? These are the small celestial objects that orbit around planets. Okay, so what were dwarf planets? They were the smaller planets which have no fixed orbit. Natural satellites, they are small celestial objects that orbit around planets. So far, scientists have identified 173 natural satellites which belong to the main planets and 8 that belong to the dwarf planets. Okay, 173 that belong to main planets and 8 that belong to dwarf planets. Okay, let's see. Mercury has no natural satellites: Venus 0, Earth 1, Mars 2, Jupiter 6 or 7, and so on. And these dwarf planets, they have Ceres as 0, Pluto 5, Haumea 2, Makemake 0, Eris 1. And the count of these natural satellites have been updated now. Now they have been increased. It's not 67 for Jupiter, it's been increased now, and for other planets also that's been increased. Okay, you better go Google them and search the new number of natural satellites that are there for these planets and dwarf planets. Okay, so remember, some of the planets do not have natural satellites. What are they? Mercury and Venus, and Ceres also has no natural satellites around it. Okay, Natural satellites, in simple terms, they are the moons that we can see in our night sky. Now, when we go out, if we look into night sky, obviously we can see one moon in our sky, okay, in our night sky. That's because Earth has only one moon. But just imagine you are in Jupiter. If you go out in night and if you look into night sky, you may see 6 to 7 or more than that moons in Jupiter night sky. Okay, so that's like that. රාත්‍රී අහසේ අපි දකින චන්ද්‍රයන් ගණන තමයි මෙතන මේ කතා කරන්නේ. කවුද මේ චන්ද්‍රයෙක් කියලා කියන්නේ? යම් ග්‍රහලෝකයක් වටේ ඕබිට් එකකට ග්‍රහලෝකයක් වටේ කැරකෙන ග්‍රහ වස්තුවකට අපි කියනවා natural satellite නැත්නම් චන්ද්‍රයන් කියලා. Okay, then let's move to asteroids. What are asteroids? Asteroids are usually considered as fragments of rock left over when forming the solar system. They are formed with hard rock and they are of different shapes and sizes. More than millions of asteroids can be found between orbit of Mars and Jupiter. Okay, so you may have heard about Big Bang theory. So Big Bang theory, in simple terms, scientists have believed that this solar system has been formed as a result of Big Bang theory, a huge explosion that created the solar system. Okay, so when this huge explosion happened, rock particles got together and formed planets, but some of the rock particles were left over. So these small or bigger rock particles, we name them as asteroids. Okay, so these are the fragments of rock particles that were left out when forming the solar system. So we can see millions and trillions of asteroids in between Mars and Jupiter. What's there in between Mars and Jupiter? Can you remember? In between Mars and Jupiter, we can see asteroid belt. I'll show you. See, in between Mars and Jupiter, we see this asteroid belt. මේක සිංහලෙන් කියනවා ග්‍රාහක වලල්ල කියලා. එතකොට අඟහරු සහ ජුපිටර් කියන මේ ග්‍රහයින් දෙදෙනා අතර මැද ඉන්න මේ ග්‍රාහක වලල්ලේ අපිට ලක්ෂ සංඛ්‍යාත ග්‍රාහක දකින්න පුළුවන්. Okay, they are different. They could be smaller or bigger in size. Some of the asteroids are even bigger than Earth. අපේ පෘථිවියටත් වඩා විශාල asteroids අපිට දකින්න පුළුවන්. හරි. එතකොට so they are different in shapes and sizes. So මේගොල්ලෝ අපි planet එකක් ගත්තොත් round in shape සරලවම, නමුත් මේවා විවිධ වූ හැඩයන් වලින් සමන්විත වෙන්න පුළුවන්. සමහර ඒවා මේ විදිහට ගෝලාකාර නොවන මේ අර හරිය shape එකක් අපිට කියන්න බැරි විදිහට තියෙන විවිධ වූ හැඩයන්ගෙන් යුක්ත විදිහට අපිට සලකන්න පුළුවන් මේ asteroids නැත්නම් ග්‍රාහක කියන ආකාශ වස්තුන්. Okay, so with that we have discussed about dwarf planets, natural satellites, and asteroids. Okay, so in my next video I'll be discussing about beliefs connected with the solar system. Okay, so hope our today's part was clear for you. So if you have any doubts or if you need any clarifications, please insert them in the comments so then I can answer your questions. Okay, so thank you for watching. Let's meet soon with another video. Stay safe.